Disney and Pixar's animated film, their fourth film, Monsters Incorporated, was definitely one of my favorites, and I really do like it. But what did I think of the prequel that came out 12 years later? Well, you're about to find out. Here's my review of Monsters University, which is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. Bad Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2013 computer-animated monster buddy comedy flick, Monsters University, released by Disney along with Pixar. Directed by Dan Scanlon in his feature directorial debut, produced by Corey Ray, and written by Scanlon and the writing team of Dan Gerson and Robert L. Baird. John Lasseter, Pete Docter, Andrew Stanton, and Lee Unkrich served as the film's executive producers. The film is a prequel to Monsters Incorporated, making it the only time Pixar has made a prequel film. And it's the first Pixar film to measure computer animation with the live-action photography in the doors. Now, it tells the story of the main characters from Monsters Incorporated, James P. Sullivan and Mike Wazowski, and their time at college, where they start off as bitter rivals but slowly become best friends. And then they must learn to work together with some members of one of the houses. Now, John Goodman, Billy Crystal, Steve Buscemi, Bob Peterson, and John Ratzenberger reprise their roles from the first film. But there's also additional other voice actors, including Dame Helen Mirren, Alfred Molina, Pierre Sean Hayes, Dave Foley, Charlie Day, Aubrey Plaza, and many others. Oh yeah, and Bonnie Hunt as well. This film was released on June 21st, 2013, which henceforth today is the film's 10th anniversary, as it premiered at the BFI South Bank just a little bit before that, which of course that was in London. Now, let's get started with our story. From a young age, Mike Wazowski dreams of becoming a scarer, a monster who enters the human world to scare children and harvest their screams to power the city of Monstropolis. Mike enrolls in the scaring program at Monsters University and meets classmates Randall Boggs and James P. Sully Sullivan. Abigail Hardscrabble, the dean of MU, warns students that anyone who does not pass the exam at the end of the first semester will leave the program. As it progresses, Mike and Sully form a rivalry. Mike studies hard to improve himself, while Sully relies only on his natural talent and begins to falter. On the day of the exam, a fight between the duo inadvertently destroys Hardscrabble's prized screencaster, and so Hardscrabble tests them separately and fails them both, Sully for being too rash and Mike for not being scary enough. Determined to prove himself, Mike signs up for the Scare Games and makes a deal with Hardscrabble on the condition that if his team wins, all of the members will be admitted to the scaring program. Otherwise, Mike will leave MU. Mike joins Uzma Kappa, a fraternity of misfits, but they are one member short of being able to enter. Sully offers to join OK, and Mike reluctantly accepts. OK finishes last in the first round, but are saved from elimination after another team is disqualified for cheating. During each of the next 3 rounds, OK steadily improves due to Mike's knowledge of scaring and the others' unique talents. Despite their progress, they face humiliation from rival fraternity Roar Omega Roar. And Hardscrabble begins to question Sully whether he believes that Mike can be an effective scarer. Although OK gains a victory over R Omega R in the final round at the simulation bedroom, Mike discovers afterwards that Sully had tampered with the simulator's settings to guarantee a win for OK, resulting in a heated argument between the two. The other OK members discard their trophy in disappointment that Sully ruined their victory by cheating. Outraged at Sully's betrayal and still determined to prove that he can become a scarer, Mike breaks into the school's door lab and enters the human world. He emerges in a summer camp cabin full of children but is unable to scare any of them and flees into the woods. With assistance from the OK members, Sully sneaks through the door and finds Mike. He admits to Mike that he cheated because he was afraid of failing his team. They reconcile and they return and try to return to EMU, but find out that Hardscrabble has deactivated the door. Now for the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. As human police officers and rangers begin to chase Mike and Sully, Mike realizes that they may be able to power the door from their side. Working together, Mike traps the Rangers and police officers, and Sully scares them so badly that it manages to power through the door. The duo then return to MU just as it explodes. Mike and Sully are expelled from MU for their actions, but the remaining OK members are admitted into the scaring program. As Mike and Sully leave the campus, Hardscrabble admits that they have surprised her and expresses her hope that they will continue to do so in the future. Seeing a help wanted advertisement for job openings at Monsters Incorporated, they decide to apply and are hired to work in the mailroom. Sully and Mike work their way up to different jobs before becoming a scarer and scare assistant, respectively, in the story. So what did I think of Monsters University? Well, as I've said, I have seen, well, I thought it was pretty good. Well, let me just put it to you this way. Now, I've only seen this film a few times. Well, I've watched Monsters Incorporated numerous times, but I've only watched this through Disney Plus. But I will say this is definitely a very good film and what have you. I have to agree, it did well. It got good reviews just like its predecessor. Well, maybe not predecessor since it's a prequel. Anyway, and will go on to make $743 million worldwide, which that was a little more than the 577 million of Monsters Incorporated overall. While its score may be low, then it's on Rotten Tomatoes. It's at 80%, which is 14% less than Monsters Incorporated, but still, nevertheless, it got good responses and is certified fresh. And they say offering Monsters Incorporated fans a welcome return visit with beloved characters, this film delivers funny and thoughtful family entertainment for viewers of any age. Definitely, I totally agree. Of a real good review, the Chicago Sun-Times says that it is true to the spirit of Monsters Incorporated and matches its tone, but it never seems content to turn over old ground. I'm just going to say it was pretty good. Peter Travers from Rolling Stone said that it's all infectious fun, despite the lack of originality in the art of tickling funny bones. Crystal and Goodman earned straight A's. Boy, there's a lot of them. And another popular critic, Leonard Maltin of IndieWire, praised the animation and art direction, but wrote that he wished the film was funnier and wasn't so plot heavy. And that Pixar has raised the bar for animated features so high that when they turn out a film that's merely good instead of great, they have only themselves to blame for causing critics to, well, I think I won't leave that word out. This is a Disney film, and I don't want to try and put even a light bad word in there, okay? Them, well, with faint praise. Well, that's understandable in my view. But overall, I thought Monsters University was definitely good. It became the 7th highest grossing film of 2013. And it did actually do a little more, let's see, I'm trying to say, yeah. So, yeah, so anyway, it was just so good and it did well. Sorry, I can't seem to find what I'm saying. But anyway, for the score, they've once again brought Randy Newman back on board. Making a seventh collaboration with Pixar after recently working on the Toy Story films, A Bug's Life, and on a few others. Anyway, this was so cool. Now there are some pretty good songs on here, including once well one song which was called Roar, which no, it's not the Katy Perry song. This was someone else's song, which was written by a couple members of Swedish House Mafia. Anyway, so the music wasn't too bad. Now as for our voice acting cast, we have Billy Crystal back on board as Mike. He was very good, like before. John Goodman, just like before, he was good as Sully. Steve Buscemi returns as Randy. He was pretty good. Peter Shawn plays Squishy, a member of Uzma Kappa, or should I say OK. Joel Murray voices Don Carlton, a middle-aged returning student and the founding member and president of OK. Sean Hayes and Nate Foley voiced the two-headed Terry and Terry, one with Terri and the other with a Y after the two R's. Yes, really something. Charlie Day voices Art, another fraternity member. And Dame Helen Mirren voices Dean Abigail Hardscrabble. Not too bad. Alfred Molina played Professor Derek Knight. He's pretty good. Let's see. We have Aubrey Plaza voicing Claire Wheeler, the Greek Council Vice President who commentates the Scare Games, with Brock voiced by Tyler Labine. Awesome, awesome. Let's see. Bob Pearson once again returns as Roz, and John Ratzenberger voices the Yeti, like in the first film. And there's a whole bunch of other voices. Bonnie Hunt voices Mike's teacher, Miss Karen Graves. Now, of course, she had recently voiced the Miss Flint in Monsters Incorporated. Anyway, Monsters University had a lot of fun stuff to offer. The story wasn't too bad. The music and score was good. The characters were great. So was the voice acting. And the animation was absolutely very good too. So overall, I thought Monsters Incorporated was awesome. Not Monsters Incorporated. Excuse me. Monsters University. I already reviewed Monsters Incorporated. Duh. Silly me. But anyway, would I recommend Monsters University? Well, the answer is yeah, go for it. If you like Monsters Incorporated, then you should feel right at home with Monsters University. See how Mike and Sully got to meet. But anyway, what did you think of Monsters University? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you another anniversary review, and that'll be Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So I do hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, consider checking out my reviews for these other Disney Pixar films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Monsters Incorporated. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Turning Red, spoiler-free, from last year. Or if you'd like, see my spoiler-free review of Disney and Pixar's newest film, Elemental, which has not been doing too well, and I'm not too thrilled with that. This needs more views. I don't care what anybody has to say about it and what have you. Okay? It's not my fault I brought up that it didn't do so well. Okay? Well, who am I kidding? And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.